All right, let's go to Guru Network.
Hey, here is Guru Network. I'm Evgeny, CEO and founder of Dex Guru and now Guru Network. We started as a trading terminal in DeFi space 4 years ago. Uh, had a blast during DeFi summer, and then we deliver on different analytics products for Web3 market. And now we're building Guru Network, the network of community apps around crypto space, around engagement, and all kind of those things. So thanks for inviting us to this Web3 Global event, and yeah, happy to be here.
Thanks for being here. All right, we're going to start off strong with a potentially, I guess, controversial question. And the question is, should we stop calling Web3 decentralized until we actually deliver it? So, kind of a loaded question, honestly, on purpose to spark some conversation here. So, it was a lot harder at a certain point to be decentralized than it is now. And it's only getting easier with every day. So yeah, I'm not kind of being derisive of projects that start off a certain way either, because I obviously understand the nature of the beast a little bit, but it should definitely be something that you're working towards, sooner rather than later, if you want to call yourself that. If you just want to be a company that has blockchain elements or whatever, that's a different form of thinking, I would guess. That's the way that I would kind of categorize it. I mean, you could have blockchain tech, you could have, the technology we use without being decentralized, but, you should definitely not be, parading that badge around necessarily if it's not something you ever intend to work towards. But yeah, thank you, man. All right, Guru.
Yep. So yeah, my thoughts are Web3 is a brand, right? And the brand basically uh, promised everyone decentralization, but at the same time, that brand attract people, it attracts audience. And the question here, what's the demand from this audience? Does that audience actually demands any decentralization? Do they care? And having trading terminal for DeFi space, we from the very beginning we were very focused on having only on-chain data in there, just trusted sources and so on and so forth. So no centralized data sources and everything. But in the end of the day, what we've seen from the audience who's using the products that they actually don't care. And the question here is, how do we incorporate in all our decentralization technologies, which we are developing on everyone's side, into the business processes, so those business processes actually make sense, and there is no other way to do it other than in decentralized way. And the field we are tackling right now, like applying the same stuff to the communities and doing community apps based on those technologies, kind of giving another level of decentralization, because the main thing in decentralization is governance decentralization, and that's what exactly needed for communities, and that's where it is organically kind of lays in. So yeah, mine 5 cents, like decentralization for the sake of decentralization. We need something better.
Yeah, I tend to agree as well, man. And, what I'm about to say, I'm not coming from an elitist viewpoint, but I think most people don't understand that they want decentralization. Because they just really, don't know exactly what it means, for one. And, I'm not saying that everybody is stupid but us. I think it just hasn't hit them yet. Like it has us, the need for, these decentralized networks and things like that. I think people are going to definitely learn that, especially with all the laws that are coming into play right now. Like with YouTube requiring, license verification if they think you're under 18 years old. All these payment processors who can, basically be beholden to the whims of 1,000 people who say, no, no, we're morally against you offering the ability for people to buy these things, even though they're 100% legal. And it's like I always say, I think crypto is more born out of necessity than out of hobby, which is why it's been adopted so much in like, Latin America, Southeast Asia, different places like that, right? Where it has been basically the only option, and people kind of had to adjust from there. Well, we're going to our next question here. This one is definitely opinion based, of course. I mean, they all are, but this one is definitely going to be more personal, probably than anything else. And it's what's the most overhyped narrative in crypto right now, and what's actually being ignored in the space that you think is super important.
Yeah, in crypto, that's quite a one, and we ourselves a little bit on this one, but yeah, it's kind of interesting how both technologies are promising the future, and I believe have really low adoption still. Like even ChatGPT and everything, is it in daily lives of everyone? Not yet. It's basically we're still too early on both sides, and that's creates a kind of field where people are who's uh, like visionaries of future or something. They trying to chip in everything on black or on red or whatever, see in the future, but technology is not there yet. Basically, the tools are not that polished, so everyone can understand them, and so on and so forth. And combining both, we are combining both risks together, and it's a hard way, but some projects going through it and going towards it. At the same time, what's been overlooked are the products we've shipped already and we've been polishing for years in crypto space. For example, DeFi. DeFi is like here to stay, has utility, as Adrian said. For example, is it not good enough? It's already good enough. It's been polished a lot, and while those hypes are coming and going, there are some things to stay in there, and we here to basically preserve everything and make it available for everyone in the future.
Yeah, and people use the term like dino coins, right? Like coins that have been around for a long time, and it's like, oh, they're not doing much, blah, 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 whatever. It takes a while to actually build something, and especially like over here, everything gets lost unless it's like the new fresh thing of the month. But again, maybe that will change once we get a little bit further away from the speculative things. And I guess for that to happen as well, and I've said this before, but like, with Web 2, there was a consolidation period. I mean, yeah, there was like so many stupid ideas that everybody was just throwing money at, in the .com era. And then that kind of went by the wayside a little bit, quicker than it's happening over here, at least in my opinion. And I've said this before, but I feel like it's kind of dragging on over here for us to have a period of consolidation where you start to be like, okay, stop building the same five things over and over and over again, in just a slightly different way. But yeah. Thank you, Ben. Basically, this is what I like to do at the end is just like, kind of closing remarks again. You could drive home, any kind of thing you want to talk about with your project, any initiatives, different things like that, where people can find you.
So I believe we had a great conversation, which came to the narrative we are uh, pushing mostly right now in regards of everything comes through community first, and we are delivering for the community our new kind of reshaped products, trading terminal and community apps, which anyone can launch from the wizard and have like fully functional community app with all the like account abstractions and all the engagement parts included. That's we believe is the future, and participating in those talks kind of ensures us even more that finding those niches where technology, which all of us are developing and for years could work, and it kind of makes sense to have it from like government's perspective, from participation perspective and all around. So, yeah, thanks everyone. Great talks, great ideas, and yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming as well, man.